Live from the News Center in high definition, this is News Channel 8 on your side at 11.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Josh Thomas. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. George Zimmerman could be getting out of jail this week, but what happens when he does? The attorney for the man accused of shooting Trayvon Martin says Zimmerman's family is finding it complicated to secure his $150,000 bond. Reports from Sanford suggest Zimmerman could remain in jail as late as Wednesday. As News Channel 8's Josh Green shows us, Zimmerman's release will be the start of a long and complicated process.
Finding him someplace safe to go, that's priority number one for them.
Assistant State Attorney Felix Vega has been a prosecutor for years. He's not involved in the Trayvon Martin case, but watched last week as George Zimmerman's bond hearing unfolded.
Obviously, George Zimmerman testifying was the most unusual thing for them to put him on the stand.
I wanted to say I am sorry for the loss of your son.
Vega says once Zimmerman is out of jail, there are still big logistical challenges for a man in hiding.
It becomes difficult because if you want a security detail, for example, that's something the family's going to have to foot the bill for themselves, because no matter where he goes, the sheriff's office, the local police, they're not per se responsible for his safety.
For local law enforcement, there are some challenges, like making sure no one hacks into the GPS monitoring system to reveal Zimmerman's location. But for the 28-year-old Zimmerman, getting back and forth to court here in Florida will be a task in itself.
Does he risk getting on a plane? For example, there's all those different, subtleties of trying to transport him from one place to another so as not to tip off the press, not to tip off anyone that may be looking for him.
Then, when the trial does start, making sure a potential jury has informed opinions after all the media coverage is the next step. How do they find a jury in this case?
And they might have to do the same thing they did with Casey Anthony and go to another county and pick a jury elsewhere that may not have had as much exposure to it.
We want justice!
This case went national within 2 weeks, and it went international. We saw all the rallies, all the marches. There's very few people that don't know something about this case.
A case that has already gotten so much attention when George Zimmerman's trial date is still months away. Josh Green, News Channel 8.
And Zimmerman will have to return to Sanford next month for his arraignment. Legal analysts believe the start of the trial could be more than a year away.